Well, let's talk about the who, what, when. Who, what, when, or the WWW. In lots of our meetings of companies all over the world, what happens is people get together, they talk about things, they solve problems, and different people are asked or volunteer to do things in those meetings. And that's really great, right? Because we're great people. But then things don't always happen that way, right? And one of the biggest reasons is that people simply forget. So we're in a meeting, you talk about something, I'm like, oh, I can help you with that, and I volunteer to help you with that, or you ask me to help you with that because you know I can help, and I'm like, great, I'll do that. So whether I volunteer or you tell me to do something, uh, I say I'll do something, and I'm totally willing to do it, I'm capable of doing it. I don't know when I'm going to do it yet, I haven't done anything about doing it yet. It lives in that moment in between us, in our speaking and listening. uh, Words go through the air, we've communicated something, but that's it. So if you don't capture who's going to do what by when, if it doesn't go into your calendar or some other task management system, then it's very likely that you'll forget. You'll forget to do it. You'll forget it entirely or partially, or you'll remember it, but you'll remember it wrong. Right. And then you'll come back to the next meeting and you'll have forgotten about it, but they might remember. And then they'll ask you about it and you'll be embarrassed. You'll be like, oh, yeah, I got really busy. In truth, you just forgot. A lot of times you've simply forgotten because there's no reminder, there's no structure for you to remember. So the who, what, when solves that. Who, what, when is, its simplest form. It's a 3-column uh, piece of paper that you write down on a clipboard in a meeting. Bill said he was going to do this by this date. Great. Who, what, when. Um, or you could go online with the same kind of thing. You could have a Google sheet with your who, what, when on it. Or you could have some fancy task manager integrated with your calendars and things like that. You could say, good, Bill's taking this on to do this thing with a particular due date. Those are all effective who, what, when like systems. And you want to have something like that so that you capture these things that people are promised to. The last thing I would say about this is it's often really useful to pick a person that enjoys listening for this and is reliable at taking notes on it. Because many people like me are never going to take notes and write down things down unless we are prompted to stop and do it. But other people are really good at doing it. So find the person who's willing to do this, who loves doing this, and empower them to capture the who, what, when in any particular meeting as a regular thing. Maybe it could rotate over time, but you really want to get collectively as a team and start with the person and get help from the person who's actually really good, who enjoys this sort of thing. Very powerful, simple practice. Who, what, when. Bring it to your meetings. That's it for now. I'm Bill Gallagher. Hope that's helpful for you. We'll talk to you again next time. Keep scaling.